She only loved me when I was broken. After that night on the couch, something inside me cracked, not in the same way I used to break before, quietly and invisibly, but in a sharper, more decisive way. I realized I'd been shrinking myself to fit inside the version of me Elle needed. And I was tired of apologizing for growing. Tired of pretending I was still lost just to keep her love. So I stopped pretending. I started saying no to the pitying looks. No to the backhanded compliments. No to the guilt trips dressed up as affection. Elle noticed the shift immediately. She became colder, more distant, but also more erratic. One day she'd cling to me like I was slipping through her fingers. The next, she'd accuse me of becoming too full of myself just because I cooked dinner or finished a project. Then came the message. I was at work when I got it, a long text from her, saying she needed space. That I wasn't emotionally accessible anymore. That she didn't recognize the person I was becoming. And that maybe we should pause to reflect. I didn't reply right away. I sat with it for a full hour, staring at my phone, waiting for the panic to hit. But it didn't. Instead, I felt relief. Not anger, not sadness, relief. I went home that night and packed a small box of her things. Not out of spite, out of love for myself. When she came to pick them up, she barely looked at me. She just stood at the door, eyes scanning the room like it was a crime scene. I handed her the box. She whispered that I used to be beautiful when I was broken. I nodded. Then I closed the door. That was 6 months ago. Since then, I've gone back to school. I speak at local mental health events twice a month. I sleep through the night. I wake up early without an alarm. I laugh at stupid things. I journal. I take walks. I breathe deeply. I remember birthdays. I forgive myself quickly. And some mornings, I look in the mirror and actually like what I see. Elle reached out once, a short message. Do you ever miss me? I stared at the screen for a long time, and I realized something I hadn't been able to admit before. I didn't miss her. I missed the version of me who needed her. And that person, he's not here anymore. I never replied. Sometimes, healing means letting go of the hands that held you when you were drowning. Because if they only held you underwater, it was never love.